to show you all of the videos that I took on Saturday while I was at the Wheek 3rd Annual Pignic. Wheek is a rescue near Pittsburgh, near where I live, so they were holding a picnic in Lower Bureau, PA. So we got all the girls packed up in this little pop tent that we got from Walmart. It's meant to be like a pop-up dog crate, but and by the time we got there, we arrived 10 minutes after it was supposed to have started, and everybody was already set up, and there were just so many guinea pigs. It was so wonderful. That's us in the red pop tent. So by the time Miss Jolene, who is in charge of the rescue and who's in charge of the picnic, had finished giving her welcoming speech, which I'll play for you in a sec, by the time she was done, there were probably 20 little camps full of piggies set up. At least 50 pigs were there. It was just such a fantastic day. Here's her speech, shortened a little bit for you.
Normally we have contests and we do a king and queen. This year we're doing it a little differently. This year we've had 2 pigs that have come through pure hell and back. This is Seymour. Seymour started dragging his back legs about 6 weeks ago. Seymour came very close to crossing the Rainbow Bridge because we weren't sure what was going on, and if he was in pain, I wasn't going to let it happen. We decided, give him a chance, get some x-rays, keep him on pain meds till we could get him there. Dr. Wagner took the x-rays. There was no spinal damage. He just couldn't walk, but he had strength in his legs. Turns out he has a severe vitamin E deficiency. But in the meantime, he couldn't walk. One of our doctors went to this man, Brad, here. Brad has a class and a 3D printer. Brad has made us a guinea pig wheelchair. This man is going to enable guinea pigs with severe handicaps to move again. He literally is giving them life. He almost could have given this guy his life. Thankfully, the vitamin E worked for Brad. The vitamin E worked for Seymour. And Seymour now, after 6 weeks, has fully regained his legs. He no more drags his legs. He is hopping and running and runs for me when I try to give him his vitamins. But Seymour almost was a candidate for the wheelchair that we now are going to have in the rescue. So if we ever get in pigs that are paralyzed, we have someone who's going to be able to help save that guinea pig's life. Thank you, Brad. Secondly, and again, if you're on PA Small Animals, we had a guinea pig come in by the name of Sky. This is Sky. And for those of you that don't know, this is Kendra. Kendra is kind of like my daily right-hand person at the rescue. She also does fostering for us. When Sky came in, Sky was definitely not white. She was bumblefoot on all 4 feet. On her belly, she had a 1-inch by 3-inch wide raw spot where her fur literally had scalped off of her. She was skin and bones, and she had golf balls size cysts hanging off the sides of her. Sky was a mess. We weren't sure she was going to make it. This girl right here pulled off some miracles, took care of her.
She's hitting your name tag.
So many, personalized by Sky. So many of you were very gracious and donated money to Sky's care. We raised over $700. That was how much it cost us to take care of her. It was $700, and it was paid for by all donations from all of you. We are going for a nonprofit, and we are, as of today, starting any adoptions we do will count towards our nonprofit license. Even though we don't have it yet, we're starting this as the count. Because of the extreme dedication Kendra has done in taking care of this girl and fostering her for us, we'd like you to be the first to adopt.
You know I will.
No.
She's yours.
You hear that? You're free and clear.
So after she was done pulling on our heartstrings, I went around and I met all of the piggies. We had some skinny piggies there, Pumpkin Spice and Salt and Pepper, and that was their names. And their owner turned into a friend of mine. But there were just a million piggies, and by that I mean there were probably like 50 piggies. Um, Stella and Luna got to even meet some of them, but for the most part, it was just me meeting them and saying hi. It was a boatload of fun. Everyone had a different setup at the picnic for their piggies. Every single piggy was different. Not only did every piggy look different, but a lot of them had really distinct personalities. I had never seen a truly lavender colored piggy until now. That was a lot of fun. Um, Meeting some of the piggies that had just been adopted, or meeting some of the piggies that were up for adoption, was a lot of fun. It was just, I can't emphasize enough, it was just so much fun. These piggies that you're seeing on screen right now were up for adoption. Um, these were not, these were somebody's pets, but it was just a blast to be able to go and hang out with other guinea pig owners and the guinea pigs, and there were some events too that I'll get to later. These guys were up for adoption. The mama, the baby, and the sister. Um, they were just so cute, even though the baby had a little spot on its butt, matted fur. Um, so, like I said, there were other events. There was a raffle for some penguins gear that I didn't include in the video. Here's Luna and Nova making some new friends. And this little piggy was also up for adoption, I believe. But like I said, there was a raffle for some Penguins gear. For those of you that don't know the area, Pittsburgh Penguins is the hockey team. There were raffles for guinea pig supplies. These little triangular tunnels that you see in some of the videos were raffle prizes. There were raffles for little guinea pig figurines, and there was a barbecue. There was a lot of food. There was the guinea pig paw print painting. We had all of our girls do one piece of paper for all four. We did them all in a different color. That was a lot of fun, even though they weren't really into it. But hey, it was fun. It was something to do. All of the paints that they used were handmade by Miss Mara, made out of vegetables. The red, I believe, was beet. The green, I believe, was kale. The orange was carrots. And I forget how they made purple paint. But it's all a perfectly safe vegetable paint. Nova was such a good girl for this. And we ended up with a really cool memento of the picnic. So that was nice. They had a little photo shoot booth set up. I didn't do the proper, vertical pictures because YouTube is horizontal. But we had all the girls do a little bit of playtime in the sand. There were treats buried in the sand for them to find. And the little beach balls that you see here, some of them were thrown about in the cages. They must have started with like 20 beach balls and ended up with 2. But it was fun. Like I said, she's not eating sand, I promise. And everybody at the picnic went crazy over the teddies and the skinny pigs, and not so much over Nova the Texel. That surprised me. This was guinea pig racing, which they had all the pigs separate so the boys and girls wouldn't come in contact with each other. I thought that was super smart, but the first set of guinea pigs never actually made it to the finish line. Oops. It was still cute. And then at the very end, they had guinea pig bingo, where wherever the guinea pigs poop is the number that was called. And it worked pretty well, except the guinea pigs didn't really want to go potty, understandably so. By the way, this little black and white piggy, there's a chance that this little piggy named Pie might show up in future videos. We'll see how that goes. Probably not, but keep an eye out for Mr. Pie. And at the very end of the whole thing, there was a quick downpour and a rainbow bridge, a rainbow for the rainbow bridge. So we had a moment for all of the piggies that were lost. It was just so much fun to go to the picnic. I'm rambling at this point, but it was a worthwhile experience, and if any rescues near you ever have a picnic, I strongly encourage you to go to one. Also, the picnic is, in the end of the day, a fundraiser, and the Wheek Care Rescue did actually raise themselves quite a bit of money through it, through the raffles and stuff. So, long story short, we went to a picnic. It was amazing. And we met Mr. Pie, and Thanks for watching and listening to me ramble. I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys, thanks for watching.